I'm going to get fries, dude. I'm going to get fries, and I'm going to get a bowl of soup.
Fries and more fries.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Twice fried fries.
I think I was going to get the kebab sandwich like usually, but I can't.
Yeah, that's good.
Find it. Chicken kebab. Did they change this?
It's on the back.
Oh, there it is. Nice.
Yeah, maybe I'll get that with some fries. Yeah, I could do without the soup.
Yeah, that's the way to go, man.
Soup's good. I had the soup last time. Cool shirt. Is that like a...
This is a threadless.
It looks like a Holga with a bellows. It doesn't look like a bellows cam.
Nuh-uh.
Because it's out of the... Oh, it's wild, yeah.
It's a Frankenstein camera.
Yeah, it is.
Which, talk about Frankenstein cameras, it looks like Holga has some cool cameras out. They have the pinhole and the panoramic.
Those were nice.
I didn't read into, but it looks like the panoramic actually uses a different size film instead of a 120. It appears that way.
It's a 6x12, so it would be 120 film, but it'd be 2-frame wide.
Okay, so they're using the wider frame then.
Yeah, so it's a 1x2. It's not a full panoramic, but it's a cool wide.
But then you have to shoot film and process it and spend $30-$40 for one roll. In the long run, I mean, that's what it would be now. I don't know how much Borg Andersons will charge me, but...
I have so many rolls of film laying around that I've never developed. I gotta think about it every other day. Like, I gotta do something.
eBay them. I've told you this before. You should just, like, on your website, just sell rolls of films.
That's awesome. Rolls of film, eBay.
Oh, yeah. You should...
Exposed rolls.
Unexposed. Yeah, well, exposed, but...
Oh, I have a ton of unexposed film, too. But it's all expired, like, 7 years ago.
No, just exposed stuff, then. Just sell it. Do you have any exposed rolls that you haven't developed yet?
For about 40. Yeah, I do.
$10 a roll. Right there's $400.
I want the photos.
Why? What's on them?
I don't even know. I don't even remember what's on them.
That's what's so cool
I say,
about it.
I shot some cool shots at a softball game on 120. Like, right up in the dugout and stuff that I want to see.
Well, then...
Maybe I don't want to see it.
No, you don't want to see it. What you do is what Beck just did. Beck just released his album, but he actually didn't play the music. He just released the sheet music, basically, so you can interpret it however you want. So on your website, you talk about this 120 roll, how it's the best thing you ever shot, but yet you can't bear to develop it because you're afraid that it's not the best thing you shot. So you be the decider, and you sell that roll.
That is a good idea, but the Beck album is like the biggest whiff in the history of music. Like, no one's gonna play the songs.
Yes, please.
I'm okay.
I'll take one. Well, you have to wonder. I just read this really... Thank you.
Thank you.
I just read this really interesting interview about how... I can't remember the musician either. It was back in the 20s. And he was a really accomplished musician, but he started doing Bach. Started recording Bach because the recordings actually started becoming well enough where they could start putting them on the cylinder, the wax cylinders, and making it work. But prior to that, Bach had basically disappeared. He was considered cathedral music, too elaborate, no one wanted to hear it. So basically, you have to think that there's music out there that no one really recognizes or knows because no one actually has gone through the hassle of playing it for them yet. So with this invention of recording, this guy really just dove into Bach, and he actually is credited for bringing most of Bach to us.
You know what? I think that's really interesting, but you know what I wish is that I wish all the Instagram photographers and all the people who take photos now for fun had just like had the idea and wrote down the idea and then, you know, never taken the photos. You know that. And you could just go out and you could have written on a card, you know, sunset, and then someone else could have gone out who was a good photographer and shot it.
Describe it.
Yeah.
Describe
like then we wouldn't have this overabundance of photos.
Managed to grow some really good Caribbean peppers.
I didn't say that right, but you get the idea, right?
Well, I used to draw photos when I would think of ideas like, okay, you have a portrait of Brandon Dillman, you have a portrait of the governor. I would actually draw ideas down. I don't even think anyone does that now, you know? So it's kind of like what you're saying, but instead of even drawing it, just describe it.
Cisco does a sketchbook. He has a sketchbook that he does his ideas on.
Ironically, we're leaving.
But talking about, you know, we just kind of
got a lot of nice flavor.
I guess, put some negative energy out there about the photography community. We've been getting a lot of feedback lately about your website, Utah Photojournalism, and why people post and don't post. And what do you think about that? What do you think about the feedback that you've been getting?
I think the feedback has been very interesting, and people have made a lot of good points, and they brought up a lot of interesting things. One interesting thing is that the poll results, we put up a poll that just said, why don't you post? And the poll results say one thing, and the comments say another thing. The poll results are kind of like, I don't think my work's good enough, I don't get any feedback, or I'm too busy. That's the majority of the answers. And the comments were all about, they didn't like the coin system. You know, it kind of turned into a critique on the coin system with a lot of valid issues brought up. But I was sitting with somebody yesterday at lunch. I just won't say his name, so it was Brian. I was sitting at lunch yesterday, and I was just kind of verbalizing my thoughts on it, and it kind of all came together. Brian's a great sounding board, and we kind of, not that he didn't have input too, because he had some good points. I just don't remember how it all formulated, but we're going to put up a post. It'll probably be up by the time this comes out, and that is, we had to call ourselves the Coin Committee, and you could be in the Coin Committee too, because see what you think of this plan. So the plan is we'll put up a post by the Coin Committee that they've, this big long post that we've analyzed all we've taken all the feedback, the public comment, we've analyzed the issues, like how you can continually re-vote. There's no limit on voting, you can just keep throwing coins. How one coin votes are kind of bring down the morale of the posters, how they hurt people's feelings, how some people don't put coins on anything, and we've analyzed all these concerns, and we've decided on the following change to the coin system. And then the next line is going to say, there will be no change to the coin system, and it's because it's kind of like, this is the site. This has been the site for 3 years. Like, you can't change the coin system without invalidating 3 years of coins. And the thought I had originally was, if we take away the average view, because when you pull up a post, it shows the average number of coins it's got, and that'll show you if the post has been hated on or if people didn't like the photo. The average would be lower. But Brian pointed out that average number has validity because we are judging the work. Like, you know what I mean? It's kind of like it's a rating. It's feedback in itself. And so going back to the whole thing of, I love this faceless committee that just comes out with a big FU to people who were complaining. Because none of the poll results didn't indicate that there was a problem with the coin system. So because we had coins on there. We had one of the poll answers was 1 coin, and only one person clicked that. And I talked to that person this morning. Someone admitted that they put that on there. And they said they answered the poll 4 different times. So I don't think that was really a valid thing. So anyway, what's your reaction to that?
I was actually surprised by how much the discussion was about the coins and how the coins actually determine the atmosphere of the website, which I never thought that. I always thought the coin was kind of, how it was intended to be, kind of just fun, hey, if you like this photo, just give me some coins, kind of going back to the whole Mario Brothers or some sort of video game where you achieve coins, and it's kind of a positive thing. I never thought of it as a negative thing at all.
Did we order the same thing? I guess so.
Completely the same. Look at this.
They don't
Didn't even notice.
make
And I actually enjoy the coins, and I personally don't mind the 1 coin, and maybe I'm just a weirdo. I actually appreciate when I get 1 coin because I kind of find it humorous. If someone went out of their way to degrade me by giving me 1 coin, Oh, why not? Who cares? At least they got a coin. I mean, I actually think it's worse not to have any coins.
Right, when you get 0 coins, that's as true. And see, here's the thing. The problem, I've started to comment on every post, at least this week, because it's kind of fun. The poll got people talking, got people posting. It brought people back in because there was a conversation going. And I really like that. So I want to keep commenting on a lot of stuff and keep that conversation going. The issue wasn't ever the coins. The issue is the reason that like new people will come in and they'll post and no one will comment, no one will leave them good feedback. It's because nobody knows who they are. Or there's also another problem that there are a few people who are dicks and who will come in and one coin people they don't want around, and they'll, they're trying to be antisocial to people they don't want on the site. There are a couple people like that who are very visible about that activity, That's the problem. It's not the coins, it's that there are some people who behave in that manner towards other people. They're just kind of elitists. And they're on the site, they're my friends, they're part of the community, so that's just how it is, And if you come into the group, you have to deal with it. Like, if you show up on the sideline of a football game with all these photographers who are in the community, you're going to get that cold shoulder, until you've proved yourself. And that's just how it is. And it's not right or it's not wrong. That's how it is.
It's Photattitude. Everyone just needs to get rid of the Photattitude and just get bath salted out and have a good time.